Hi, welcome to the Codecast podcast by the Austin Code Department, where we talk about everything code related. In this episode, we sat down with an inspector to talk about a case that had a major impact on them. So let's go ahead and get started.
Hi, my name is James Adams, and this is my story as a code inspector. My first initial true case here in the city of Austin involved a residential inspection. And I'm a commercial inspector, but I got pulled into a residential case. I would get messages from the Homeowners Association president. I decided, okay, I spoke with my supervisor at the time, Supervisor Noriega, said, look, I can take this case on. It's mine, it's my deal to take care of, and I had to keep on with that respective case. The poor neighbor that's right next door, she contacted us because at night she would see things from the violating unit seep into her unit. Of course, with condominiums or condo units, they all shared space or a shared wall. So the different things that she had going on next door were seeping into her respective residence too. One day, the property owner, she's not there, but her significant other is there. So we're able to get inside. He allows me to come in. And the reason why the neighbor was calling so much kind of hit me, because the debris was packed so much into the house, trash and debris, till he could only crack the door. He couldn't even fully open the door. So once I got in and saw that and see him climbing over debris to get around in the respective unit, that's when you're like, it's a health issue. I take some photographs of the lower portion of the condominium unit. We went through the processes whereby we got an affidavit filed. We were able to get the ability for a warrant from the judge to get us inside the place. And also at the time, we do have someone there because since it's a hoarding case, someone from counseling services, because there's a mental issue involved, of course, with hoarding. And we call the property owner on the phone. They said, well, we're on our way. The property owner gets there. So when we finally get in there, that's when we get our gloves on, we have masks on. The trash is at the level of the door entry, about maybe 6-7 feet. And we start going through the property and we go upstairs. There's a room that the property owner has, and the room, it's like a sea of trash. And you can see where there are areas where there's carved out where they will sit in the trash. So we get that room taken care of. Then we go further into the unit, and there's an area where a bird was, and the bird is droppings with paper. I guess they've codified like a brick, or you thought it was a 2x4. We're like, well, what they got a 2x4 here for? And when they're starting to break it down, like, no, that's just the bird's feces that were on top of paper that codified like paper mache. It was hard like a 2x4 or a brick almost. And oh man, we got further also into the kitchen area and other places within the unit. We noticed you could take a shovel and pick up shovels of rats. But at the end of the day, once we got the unit cleaned after that 4-day period, she was thankful for the work that we did. Because if we wouldn't have gotten in there, who knows how long this would have been kept going on. My team stood behind me. My team was there with me through the entire ordeal. So we collaborated together. It was great cooperation. And that's still an ongoing case, unfortunately, so I can't go any further into it. But that's the wonderful thing about a code inspector. We never know what we will encounter once we go behind those doors.